happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday of February. Happy, wonderful, lovely day in your neck of the woods. I am indubitably Sanice. I am back today. I don't have a special guest, but hey, the show goes on. And I realize there may be some Sundays where I won't have a special guest, and that's okay. I will give you all the opportunity that if you weren't necessarily invited just yet, or if you have been invited and you just want to come on up and dabble in the conversation a little bit, I will give you that opportunity. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and put that link up in the chat just in case somebody decides that they want to come on and chat with me live today. I would be so excited if you did. If not, hey, it's no stress, no strain. So, how was you all's week? I hope it was good. February is about to really truly be a busy month for me, and just trying to get my mind all wrapped around it. But today I wanted to come on and, as the title suggests, actually participate in this particular, I think it's a challenge, a true big challenge for those in the handbag community. I have looked at several videos from, and I got my list over here, my pursuit of happiness, Agent Bag Reviews, Mom Ambition, Dazzle Me 77, Dooney Girl 75, and probably countless other people have participated in this particular channel, or not channel, but this challenge. And from what I've gathered, it was started by Melissa Adams Wade. And the challenge is you are to downsize your collection. First, you'll pick one bag, then you add two more and get to three, then you get to five, and then you get to seven. So I said, okay, yeah, let me not do that. I really was just like, ain't no way I'm gonna be able to do that. So I had to really truly dig down deep, like get to my pinky toe and figure it out, because I don't know. It's overwhelming to think of the idea at this particular point in the game of collecting bags to go back down to like seven, because for the longest I probably did have like five, maybe six bags that I gravitated and rotated with. And now I can't look back. I don't want to look back. But I decided to go ahead and challenge myself to possibly tap into some reality with this and maybe not be so realistic. I don't know. I just went back and forth. It definitely was kind of tough. I wrote a list out and then I realized I did not bring the list into my house. So I had to try to remember what was on the list. So basically, I reconfigured that list. And so, yeah. Hey, Sus, what? Happy Sunday. Um, and so now I'm just like, okay, this is what it's going to be right now. But hey, of course, after I'm done with this, I might reconsider all of these bags. So let me get started because it definitely truly was a huge challenge. So I'm looking at what I have, and I've been looking at these bags now for the past hour, and yeah, this is what I got. So if I had to pick one bag that I was going to stick with, hey Jackie, um, the first bag that came to mind, and I think this came to mind beyond any other bag, and that is my large retro domed satchel in, I want to say, just overall orange. I can't remember the color because it's been a while. It's been over 10 years ago since I got this bag. Yeah, about 10 years. Yes, over 10 years ago since I got this bag. This could be, I would just say it's orange. It is large. It is what I call my power bag. This satchel, I have featured it once before as a good silhouette that you can start your collection with. And when I tell you, I have put this bag in retirement because I just like, nah, we can't continue to abuse this bag anymore. And I will be featuring this bag again in another segment that I will be doing shortly. But I love this bag. If you all were able to get any piece out of that retro, this embossed collection where you have Dooney and Burke all over the bag, it was the same color as the bag. I am just blessed that I got up that day. I remember it, and I have repeated this. I got up that day, went to Belk looking for a Dooney and Burke bag, saw this along with, I think it was the Kelly Green. And at the time, I didn't have like this big, huge fixation for Kelly Green, but I saw this one because I'm an orange nut. And I was like, okay, that's my bag. Let me see. I'm not gonna show you what I stuffed this bag with, but some old clothes that I no longer wear. Um, I do still have, I don't think I have it in here. I still have the strap. I have not taken that strap apart. I don't think I have. I might have by now. But it does come with a I think a crossbody strap. It's somewhere. But this is a bag that if I just had one that I had to carry, and that was it. This will be it. I think it goes with anything. Of course, I have carried this with anything in every color. It did not matter because I don't have to match when I'm carrying an orange bag. It's just the way that I feel. And orange just happens to be that power color for me. When I tote this in my hand like this and I walk into a room, especially if I'm going to a meeting, I'm just like, I'm on one. I'm definitely on one. I love this bag. This is that number one bag. Love it, love it, love it. And even though I look at it right now, it's not like damaged or anything like that. It has some scuffs um here on the corner. You're gonna have some corner wear. But overall, I have taken care of this bag. So that's why I went ahead and retired her. I did. All right. Yes, Jackie, downsizing is hard. It really is. I just, I don't know. The concept in my mind is just, really overwhelming. That pattern, I really wish they would bring that back, maybe for a limited time, maybe tweak it up a little bit. But I really love that embossed print in the bag. You did. They still have some on the secondhand market or within the secondhand market. Because I know once upon a time I was looking at the drawstring. I know they have the tote. They probably have some accessories, but I did see, I think, a black tote in that particular one. So that is number one. So if I had to add on two more to this collection of things that I will be downsizing and keeping. Ooh, I'm looking at my list, y'all. Which one do I want to start with first? Well, one of them is the obvious, and some of you all may have thought that I might start with this one. And let me tell you something too. In order for me to come to terms with this list, I had to think about multiple silhouettes that I have. So if I had to pick one out of the silhouette that I have multiples of, which one would I pick? And I chose my violet extra large Courtney sack. I love this purple. The plum wine, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I ranted and raved over that particular one and did not get it because I really just had to just talk myself out of it. And every time I do that, I hate that I did it, but hopefully it'll come back and I'll get it the next go round. But this plum, not the plum, but the violet in this, look, and it matches my lips. Didn't even realize I was doing it. My favorite color. And I do have several of the Courtneys. Oh, I love this bag. This bag is so versatile. This silhouette is so versatile to me because it can be your overnight bag. It can be your workhorse bag. It can be a bag that you don't even have anything in it because I've carried just a wallet and nothing else, some hand sanitizer. And because of the way that it is, it'll just do some other things, some slouch work for you, whatever the case is. But it's very, very roomy, very, very roomy. I mean, it fools you into thinking that it's just not gonna do too much. It's just an oversized bag, but it packs a huge punch. It truly does, and I love it. I have to make sure that I don't abuse this bag because I will throw the kitchen sink in here if I could. I really, really, truly, truly would. Hi, beautiful steps. You say you need more duties. I mean, it's hard. I just hope I'm happy that's not our reality, and I hope that really truly never becomes anybody's reality that they have to downsize like this. All right. Hey, Melissa's Corner. Happy to have you all here today. But it's just I mean, as I'm going through these bags and reading you all's comments, it's just hard. But I would keep this. I definitely would. And I just have to have something orange and something purple. And now that I'm looking, we're gonna continue because I got some things going on over here. So that's number two. So if I had my number three, because I have multiples in this silhouette as well, I said, well, I had to pick something. I think you should have a black bag in your collection of this downsizing because black will go with anything. And for me, it wasn't just me having a plain black bag, but I had to have a big, nice size bag as well because I need a variety, something that I could deal with just having. And I chose my Flynn. This is the multi DB 75 Flynn. So it's black and then it has all these colors. So of course it'll go with any and everything. I love a great Flynn bag. Flynn is nothing but what I call a sophisticated tote. And this one is just, man, if y'all didn't catch this bag when they was truly giving it away last year, late last year, this bag at one point was 89 bucks. You know, this is a very expensive size bag. And they had it that cheap. It was on eBay for cheap. It was on I Love Dooney. Then they kept fluctuating. I guess playing with y'all to see if y'all was gonna purchase it. But if you didn't get this, I don't know what to say. If you like the Flynn and you do not have this in your collection, I don't know what to say. Hopefully they'll make it, you know, another round of it. I kind of almost doubt it because now they're going to be pushing that Art Deco, which I'm excited to get one of those in my collection. But this right here is the third bag. Third bag. All right. Let's check the chat. What you say, beautiful steps? I can buy less, but I'm still missing a lot on my wish list. Yeah, I understand that too. I might share this other little thing. I don't know because I was just thinking about some stuff before I went live, and I was like, I don't know if I'm bold enough to share that, but I do get it. I truly get it. All right, number 5 and number 6. So we're just adding 2 more to this. Number 5 was, I think a lot of people love this particular silhouette and they love this particular name of a silhouette. However, I have gravitated to small. I think one of my goals this year is to buy multiples of this particular one in the small. And this is the Russell Tote. And this is in pebble grain leather in the color leaf. I don't know. I like big bags, but something about this bag just like I think it's because of the way that it just like protrudes out, it flows outward and it makes it even more roomy. It's a really nice size bag. A really, really nice size bag. I guess I could kind of put it up against this large dome satchel as far as the bottom of it because that's what I'm looking at because it fools you. You can look at the silhouette and think that, oh, it's a small, but once you look at that bottom and see how much room it is, it's a lot that you can put in this bag. I do have only 2 and I plan on buying more, but once you unbutton it and really get into it because you don't have to keep it closed, it's just a wonderful carry on the shoulder. It really is. Come on now, sus. Don't do me like that. I am kind of shocked as well, though, because I realized I got to downsize. And that's hard because if I can't bring all of my Greta to this wonderful thing that we're doing, it's hard to pick one out of there. It is. It's really hard. But I do love this tote. And so that was one that I would definitely get. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's just right. All right. So that was 4. Number 5 is another one that I felt like was kind of a shocker for me. But I love the Flynn. I love the Courtney. I love hobos. I love crossbodies. I also love drawstrings. So I felt like um, it was really, really challenging to figure out what drawstring I would bring to the table. I love that you have that in blue. I think I've been looking at a blue as well, a jeans color, small Russell tote. But let me not distract myself. So the drawstring that I picked is probably gonna be a huge, huge shock to you all as well, because it is to me. I chose this beautiful red nylon drawstring. Why? Because I love this silhouette. It is a big bag. It is a beautiful drawstring. I love the straps. It doesn't have feet, however, but it's just something that I really need multiple colors of this as well. And if I just had one drawstring that I could just carry all the time, I just felt like this nylon was it. It just shocked me that I pulled it out because I think I had like another drawstring in mind. Of course, one of the pebble grains, but it's something about this particular drawstring. I think this is the biggest size drawstring that I have because I want to say it's bigger than the Hattie. And y'all know I love big bags. And so, yeah, I'm hoping that they'll bring this back out again and bring some of those other colors that they had previously. But this shocked me. I was just like, if I had a drawstring that I had to keep, look at the way that this is. Like, look at that. The braiding pattern going along with this is a very unique bag to me. And it's nice and big. You can leave it open. You can even see how much more big it is with that. It is that really good, I think, Wayfair nylon. It's just a big bag. Look at the bottom of that. It's a nice bag. So I had to put that in the choices that I picked. Thank you, sus. I am, I don't know. And I like the fact that this one just kind of just stands up. Maybe the more I carry, because I don't carry it a lot, I'm trying to preserve not getting it dirty, but it will be one that I'm going to pull out a little bit more. And I probably would like to challenge everybody. The ones that you pulled out, probably need to carry them a little bit more. Um, I'm definitely going to consider that huge for myself to bring these bags out and carry them. Or maybe I just need to go ahead and think that these are going to be the 7 and just go ahead and preserve them. Yes, it is a really good vacation bag, I do believe. Lightweight, not heavy, not heavy at all. Whatever I've put in there, it's a really, really nice drawstring. Really love it. So now I'm down to 6 and 7. I wish I could do a poll right now to see what you all think. Which silhouette? Hey, Felicia. And Dre loves bags. I forgot to say hey. I put that up there and forgot to say hey to you. How you doing? Um, I really would like to see what you would think is my next silhouette. That's all I'm going to ask. What do y'all think my next silhouette will be that I would pick out? I want y'all to put that in the chat. Just tell me. What do y'all think that I would pull out right now? Because, of course, let's see. I actually haven't. And I've given you my favorites, which always changes. But which one do you think I will pull out next? Up. So you something else with yourself. Let's see. Sud says crossbody. All right. I think I have all kind of bags, but none drawstring. Well, and that's how I was too. Beautiful steps. I was just like, because the older style ones, like I think it was I was about to call it the Tatum or something like that. Some of the older style drawstring bags I really didn't like. I think it's because they weren't really big to me. And they probably were, especially some of those all-weather leather bags. So I didn't really gravitate towards them until they came out with the pebble grain drawstring ones, and I just went crazy for them. All right, Dre, what you say now? You just starting to like the drawstrings? Okay. I like how you put this, sus. All right. Well, sus was right. My crossbody of choice that I will keep is this lovely Ellie. I'm telling y'all, this is another one that I only have this one in the Florentine, but it is my hope to get the black because it is back out. I think I want each color of these, but I was just waiting. I'm always waiting. The reason why I love this bag, I think that for me, it's so diverse in its simplicity, being that it's not too big. You have this back compartment here that I can put, let's see, I think I can put my cell phone in here. Trying to make it, yeah, I can put my cell phone back here and you can't even see it. It's just nice. And it's not, Florentine is known to be like a heavier leather. But as I always say, it depends on what you put in your bag. I especially love this strap because that is my favorite. Um, the fact that you have these two pockets in the front, you could put like your little whatever here. And then you still have room on the inside. You have this long slide compartment in the front wall of the bag, and then you have your zipper. But my absolute favorite part about this bag is the strap. Like, look at how the strap is made. Okay. And because I didn't put it in the inside, it's kind of bent up a little bit. But my favorite thing is the the accessibility and quickness of converting this to from a crossbody to a shoulder bag. Like, yeah, I'm just out here chilling. Beginning of the day, it started out as a shoulder bag, and now I'm tired of carrying it on my shoulder. Whew, let me not go put it up, or like I used to do, just put my purse in the trunk. I still got about 10 more hours left to be out and away from the house. So now I converted it to a crossbody. Easy. It took what, 2, 3 seconds to convert. I love this crossbody. If all of my crossbodies had this on here like this strap, or just the way that it just moves with fluidity just to the next from a shoulder to a crossbody, I would love that. That's why I chose this. I think it's just so versatile with what you can do with it, how you can carry it. It's my favorite. The only thing that I can say now, I do have it in the brown tea marl, and I did not bring that out. The brown tea marl pebble grain, they did not replicate and have the same strap. That's the only downfall to that. Otherwise, I love the silhouette in itself. I do, I don't ever want to say regret, but mm, I'm trying to see the best clean way I can say this. I'm disappointed that I didn't get the saddle. That's I think the medium or even the larger one of this silhouette. But I'm happy that I did get this one because this is just perfect for me. It really is. So I definitely had to bring this crossbody in. All right, y'all. So now I'm down to my last. And this one probably is going to be a shocker too. I'm not going to prolong much longer with it. I did have to bring something Greta to the table though. Did. I was not gonna just be like, no, I can't bring a Greta. I had to bring my backpack. Why did I choose this backpack? One thing that I did not share on my channel this past summer was, and it probably was featured in some of the pictures that I took in some of my videos. But I took this with me to Las Vegas. This baby got a chance to go to the Las Vegas store. It flew on a plane. It was on my back here, there, in the cab, everywhere, everywhere. I almost went to the concert with me, but I was like, no, I'm not taking this big bag. This bag, I tell you, when I say I packed it to capacity, you would think that because it's stuffed now with a sweater that this is as big as it's gonna get. It actually got bigger. I had to really work to close this particular top to it, but all of my toiletries, my whatnots, whatever I needed on the plane, everything had something in it. The front zipper was stuffed with things that I could get to. I recently took out some things because I still didn't unpack everything from my June Vegas trip. I had my flossers. Let's see. These toiletry items. Still had some makeup stuff. I don't wear makeup all the time, so I wasn't checking for it. Eyeshadow. I put that in here. This was all still in this backpack, along with a couple of other items. I mean, everything. Clorox wipes. I had some gloves in there. I don't know what was in here. It might have been a mask. I didn't even look because it's so long ago. All the some facial wipes and stuff like that, sponges. Everything was in here, nicely packed. The only thing I didn't like, of course, when you're flying, you have to, take all this stuff out so they can go and x-ray it and look through. But hey, I had no problems once I did that. It was just like when I packed everything at the house, had to redo it. Love the straps once more. I didn't realize that these two kind of went together because these straps was just absolutely comfortable. I mean, I almost forgot that the backpack was on, but it did get kind of heavy because of everything that I had in there. But this was the best carry-on, the best carry-on. I tell you, it really truly was. I love it. I loved it. I still love it. Wonderful. So that's it, y'all. This is number 7, my Greta backpack. Um, and I love it. Uh, what more can I say, y'all? I hope that y'all like those choices. And like I said, I still feel like some of this stuff could probably switch out. Maybe I'll go and get another drawstring. I don't know. Maybe this is it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to overthink at all with what I have chosen. I think that these work for me. But as I said before, I ain't downsizing my bag. Now I pray mightily that nothing happens where I truly have to downsize, because things happen in life and we can try and say what we're not gonna do, but the way me and God been working, everything that I say I won't do, I end up doing it anyway. And so I'm just excited with this. So if you have not done this challenge, just do it. It's just fun. It's just fun. The reality of it is you got your bags, you're trying to add more to your collection, but just fantasize. Well, what if I had to downsize? What would that look like? And I would even be inclined to share that, challenge yourself for some other things because I have multiples of other stuff. I don't think I could ever say downsize some outfits. That's not going to happen. Or shoes. And I'm thinking now, could I downsize to just 7 pairs of shoes? I feel like in my life, I've never had to just have 7 pairs of shoes. Or maybe I did when I was a real young kid. What if whatever you have multiples of, maybe you could challenge yourself just to say, well, let me just choose my top 7 and see if I can really truly live with it. I just think it would be fun to do, y'all. So that's it for me with that. I'm not done today, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Don't go anywhere. There are some things that I'm working on still, and I want to make sure that I just inform you all about some of those things that I really want to continue to explore and work on. Stay tuned this week. I'm going to go ahead and share. I will be broadcasting another collection of mine. And that's just the other Greta collection. I talked about it before. I had to uh, conceptualize what they will look like for me, but I will be showcasing that this week. I might go live and share that. I don't know because the reason why I go live now, and it's primarily what I'm doing because I don't like to edit my videos. I like to keep it raw and authentic. So if I mispronounce, stumble over my words, something flies in the background, whatever the case is, I just like for it to just be raw and uncut like that. But there may be some moments because I will be bringing back my mental health segment where I'm really sharing what I'm doing as a mental health practitioner, as a social worker, and all that good stuff. I will be bringing that segment back. School just started for me this semester again, and really trying to get into the flow of that. So that's one of the things that I want to bring back to the channel is just exploring what my collection is. Another one that I probably shouldn't say it right now, but I've been really brainstorming. So whoever gets to it first, go forward. But I really want to challenge all of you all to do this too. I want to do, and it may have already been done, and that's what I've been trying to research. But I know for me, I've never shared this part collectively, and that is I want to know what is your most or your top, I'll just say your top worn out bags. The ones that you have carried until they have started to just disintegrate to the heavens. Like you just all the threading, the trim. I got a couple of pieces and I've talked about it, but I don't think I've gone into detail as to what has happened with the bag, such as when I talk about my satchel and just the corner wear, that's like a natural occurrence. But I do have some bags that just it's not just the corner wear. And it all depends on what the fabric or the leather is of that bag. So I will be doing another video regarding that because it's a lot going out there. I have seen videos where people are talking about their most worn bag or their most carried bag. Like I carry this bag the most in 2023. I'm not referencing that. I want to see what is your most worn out, damaged bag that you love that you had to put into retirement because you just really, whew, you really did some things with that. And it wasn't intentional. It was just the way that was your favorite bag. And it just truly you really felt like you got your money's worth out of that bag. So I'm going to feature doing a video on that as well. I am participating in an upcoming, what is it, Galentine's Day. I said Galentine's Day, Galentine's Day feature with several YouTubers. Didi Bean invited me to participate, and I have never truly participated in anything of this capacity. So I'm excited about it. Like, okay, wow, I created a wish list. I usually keep my wish lists to myself. Did I say wish lists? Yeah, that too. My wish list to myself and to actually share what I kind of wanted to obtain and gather. That's fun. So leave it up to my secret person to decide what they were going to surprise me with. Because you can have 10 or 20 things on the list, but I don't know. You ain't gonna get all of those things. So I'm excited. Yes, Melissa's Corner is participating and some other fellow YouTubers. So we'll be putting out that messaging about that upcoming collab with that. So I'm excited. I'm about to start calling out some people too because I really need y'all to get back with me on some things. I want to invite you all. And I think I'm going to officially invite a lot of people right now. I've made some notes. I do have a wonderful special guest planned for next week, as well as the remainder of the month. So I already got those down packed. Now that I'm thinking about my list of those individuals coming on, I'm really, really happy and excited. So y'all stay tuned to those notifications in the community tab. I might do a video, I don't know yet. But these lovely ladies will be coming on and sharing their bag collection and just their love of Dooney as well. But I'm gonna call out. I know Dazzle Me. Dazzle Me she's been traveling, celebrating her birthday, and having a really great time. She's still posting her videos and everything, but I'm gonna have to figure out how we could work out something and get her on. Doing a Girl 75, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. Y'all tell her I'm calling her out. This is all love, y'all. She's been doing her video focusing primarily this month with her like Valentine's bags. Whether it be a red bag, a pink bag, or what have you, just the bags that she's carrying. And so I contacted her. Whatever I got her contact info, I need y'all to find her, tell her to get with me because I really would love to have her featured on my channel as well. And if I haven't reached out to you, it's not because I don't want you on my channel. I really truly do. I want everybody in the chat to come on in. I really do. I want to invite everybody. But these are the particular ones that I have gotten with or sent messaging to. And I know sometimes, I treat this like my mail. Like my mailbox, y'all. I'm going to my P.O. box this week, y'all. So if anybody has sent me anything y'all haven't seen that I've acknowledged it on my channel, it's not because I have it and I'm just crazy selfish or whatever. I just haven't gone to it. This is my box that I have my mail in. Y'all see how I hadn't opened any of this. I just throw it over here like there it is. Put that here. So I am going to be more intentional about checking and getting things together. I need to downsize my mail, right? But it's a lot going on there. So I'm trying to just figure out everything, get everything flowing the way I think it should, where it should go, and all that good stuff. Another thing, let's see. Hi, Kim. You said you did it once and you regret it. I have seen some fellow YouTubers that have said they got rid of a bag, they sold a bag, or they gave it away, thinking at that moment in time that they did not want the bag anymore. And then it was just like, no, I want that bag back. So they go and they either have gone secondhand and searched, researched, and figured it out and got the bags again in their collection. I think Mono's Beauty talked about doing that with a couple of her satchel bags, but she was able to go back and get them again. So yeah, and see that's I think by watching videos like that, that's why I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to downsize because I know I'm going to regret it later on. And while I'm talking about downsizing, that is if you just decide that, hey, I haven't carried this bag, and we all got plenty of bags, hopefully not, but we probably have a few bags in our collection where we purchased them because they were at a really good price point. It really was attractive to our eyes, and we purchased them, but we have yet to carry them. I know last year a lot of fellow YouTubers featured that idea on their page or on their channel. So, Dre, I'm calling you out as well because she just featured a video regarding two bags that she's thinking about selling because one really wasn't flowing with her and the other she has yet to carry. I suggest to just keep them. But I know that either maybe, and I'm not saying that with you, but maybe you don't have room to keep collecting these bags like that and you want to replace it and maybe bless somebody else with the opportunity to get something that may not necessarily be actively on sale or featured on any of the channels right now. But I have a bag that I had never carried. And then just one day, I think it popped up on I Love Dooney, and I was looking at it, and I said, "Do I have this bag?" Because I think I was getting ready to buy it again. And I was like, no, because now I think I'm ready to carry this. Went and grabbed it and was like, whew, I didn't buy it again because I'm known to go and get a bag again, multiple bags, forgetting that I already purchased. But I think that it was good for me at that time to just tap into what I want to wear that day. And it could be something that I had never carried. So I like those options. That's what I've talked about before about having these collections now. I can truly say that I have a handbag collection, mainly because I carried this bag and a couple of other bags primarily, and I was okay with it. But once I started to be influenced by you all, Dooney Attic, 615, Suz What, I think Pecan Beauty at one point. Those probably were the three that I was looking at, and it was like, oh, I might need to try to start doing something because I like the variety. I like not wearing out a bag now because one of the bags that I'm going to feature, I've talked about it. I'm gonna have to figure out still what to do with this bag. This bag was just like number two on my list or maybe number three at the time. Number three on my list, that was just my go-to bag. I'm not going to share too much more about it, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and do that video about my most worn out bag because that one right there broke my heart when one day I went to go and pull it out to carry, and it just was terrible looking. I was like, what happened to my bag? But I truly carried that bag to um what is it, Timbuktu and back. I ain't been in no Timbuktu, but I have carried the heck out that bag in the past. And I had to retire it. And then I was trying to think of creative ways of what I could do for the bag to bring it back. And then I said, well, you know what? I don't care. I'll carry this bag. I'm not embarrassed because I really truly still love it. And so um yeah, that's where I am right now with it, and I'm trying to figure it out. Let's see. If you're referencing or questioning the day that we're doing the Galentine's Day, if you're asking, I forgot. I forgot. I got to go back and look at my notes. If you're referencing or questioning that, I can't tell you the bag. I can't tell you the bag. I don't want to give it away. I've said too much anyway. But to me, it's one of those, it just shocks me. Even when I look at it, I'm like, I remember all the fun times we had. How did it get to this point? But yeah, I will be doing that video hopefully this week. It will be on the 13th. It will be on the 13th when we will do this particular exchange. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. And I forgot that Jackie is also involved. I have to keep some notes to the side because sometimes my brain is focused on my schoolwork and then my entrepreneurship. But sometimes it's just like, oh, so just forgive me, please, if I forget certain things. Um, but those are some of the ideas that I have. I'm not going to give it all to you just yet because I'm going to surprise myself to actually get this stuff going. If anybody has heard, there's some fellow YouTubers that I hope they are doing well. We haven't seen them post in a while, and as they say now, life is lifing. I realize that for a lot of us, that really, for me, I'll say, even for me, even participating in becoming um focused on creating this channel, it was because of all the downtime that we were having during the pandemic. So there were a lot of ladies that was posting and sharing their bags and what have you, their life. And then once things start to pick up, you see a decline in their activities. And I just hope that everybody is doing well. I've been trying now to clean up my Instagram and get with you all and get to your channel or your channels or your pages or what have you. You know, it's always intertwined. I say channels for Instagram and then pages for YouTube. It's crazy. But yeah, so if y'all have not done so, if you haven't found me on Instagram, it's still indubitably Sanice, but there's another S before the Sanice, so it's indubitably S Sanice. Go on there, find me, and we can hook up that way because I've been communicating a lot with the ladies on their Instagram and those that I've pretty much called out. If you heard your handle or what have you, check your DM. I'm not stalking you all. Check your DM because I really would love to have you featured on the channel. And if you have not done so, those ladies that are here today, I hope that we all follow each other. I hope that we share each other's channels. Please make sure that we try to get at least everybody to a 500, at least. I think everybody is well deserving of getting to at least 500. I didn't say the max now because we want you to get to sky's limit with that, but at least to the 500 mark. Because I think everybody just, we do some really great content. We come from our perspective, and I think that that is wonderful to acknowledge. Go ahead, help Dre Loves Bags. She is almost to 500, almost. Go ahead and push her on up. Share her channel and get all of that in there. Um, all right, Melissa's Corner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, and I definitely have to get you featured as well. Let me know what date you're available in March so we can get you on and talk a little bit more. She shared some things on the live with her and Dee Dee Bean. I think that was last week or earlier this week. No, last week. And I learned a little bit more. I'm not gonna tell y'all all that they did because it was just like, how dare y'all do this wonderful game of getting to know each other and just randomly asking questions and putting each other on the spot. It was really, really cool. And I loved it. And I like that. I like us just getting together and sharing and, you know, blurring the lines of just whatever wherever we come from, finding out that hey, I'm in Mississippi. Then we have people that's in Louisiana, in Texas, and in Tennessee, in Georgia. We have people all over California, South and North Carolina, all of that. Indiana, we have everybody everywhere, but we all come together on YouTube, and it's just like we right next door to each other. You're my neighbor, and it's so fun. It really is fun. I never thought that I would be this involved in it because I, for the longest, was just watching, just watching. Nobody wanted to hear from me. And you probably still don't. You probably still don't, but I just love it. Hey, Coco. Hey, Tara. Hope you're doing well today. And see, Tara, I'm going to have to call her out. Tara's been having a lot of things going on, but the Lord keeps pushing her on along and getting her on focus to what she needs to do. And yeah, I got to get her on because the people that's on the West Coast, the time difference is 2 hours for me. So yeah, but we could definitely get that. And I want to put it out there. Okay, Ohio. Yes, Felicia. As I was trying to put you up. Okay, yeah. Ohio in the house. That's a place. I'm trying to think, have I ever been to Ohio? I don't think I have. I don't even think I've ridden through. I may have been on a bus going from Chicago to New York. So I think we did run through there. But I don't know. I was asleep. I was asleep. But that's one of the places I would love to go to. Thank you, Coco. I mean, sometimes I'm like, girl, what in the world are you doing? But I'm just blessed. I'm blessed that God gave me this opportunity to do something that I didn't think I could do. And if I repeat myself several times about this is just what I do because I'm truly grateful for it. Hey, E, is it E Battle? I'm happy you caught my live as well. Thank you for coming on. I can't see if there's an I or an L. My doctor, RIP to my eye doctor. He was my eye doctor from the second grade up until the age that I am. And he told me back when I was before, he said, when you turn 45, your eyes are gonna get, a little bit worse. And I'm thinking, like, man, I've been wearing glasses since I was in the second grade, 8 years old? Couldn't get any worse than that. And it is like assumed, I think it happened. My birthday is on the 4th of June. As soon as June 1st hit, it was like, what is going on with my eyes? Like, no, 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 no. So I don't know what the letter is right now. And if y'all are fans of Sanford and Son, y'all know Fred Sanford went over there to that desk or whatever that was, and at the end, he'd hit it, and it wasn't at the end of the desk. That was the secret compartment. He would go in that drawer and go through all those glasses, trying to test them out, the readers and all that, to figure out what was good at that moment for his eyes. But he had a drawer full of them. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that. So, okay, I did get it right. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. All right. But there's a lot going on in this world today. And I love the fact that we are not afraid to talk about mental health. That is my area of expertise. That's where I come from with understanding and acknowledging that within our bodies, our brain is the battery that makes everything tick and work and go. Because once that's gone, your heart is going to stop. Your liver is not going to work. Your legs, everything. So we got to make sure that our brain is doing what it needs to do because we know what feels normal to us as far as our body is concerned, and we know what feels abnormal to us. And when we are being challenged with stress and anxiety and depression, start to acknowledge that I just don't feel right. I don't feel right. Don't, and this is me just doing my what I normally do. Don't get to the point, people, that when you recognize you don't feel right, you go and say, well, let me go get me some beer. Or let me go get some one of my faves, Jack and Coke. Or let me go and smoke a pack of cigarettes in 2 minutes. I don't know if that's how long you can, or if that's the time frame. I'm just throwing something out there. Or let me go and abuse someone because I don't feel good. I don't feel right. There's so much that's going on in this world today that people are resorting to these things, and it's breaking my heart. And I know you've heard about these things wherever you are. I don't care if you're in the most immaculate town or city, something's going on next door, and you may not necessarily know, but eventually, when you find out, you're going to be shocked. Everybody, as long as we have human beings on this earth, everybody has something going on with themselves. They really do. Everybody. The challenge, the beauty of things is that we start to acknowledge when we're not doing okay. You could go to the doctor, it's okay. Go to a professional, it's okay. Go to a loved member, a loved one. You can share these things, but it's better to go to that professional and try to get the help. There's so many people that's walking around and need to be on medication. I'm just going to put it out like that. There are plenty of people, but they don't realize that something is really going on or has changed in their lives. So many people are dealing with traumas upon on top of trauma on top of trauma, and now that has become their norm. So when they respond to someone that does not have all of that trauma, and they're like looking at them like something is really wrong with you, and then they try to help them along, that person, that traumatic person gets angry and upset. And then the next thing you know, you see something on the news. This person has lashed out and ended someone's life because of the way that they responded. And you could see it in the mugshot, whatever they show on the news, what have you. I'm very analytical. So I'm always really breaking down and dissecting things, not judging any situation because I want to find out the how did it become this? Not necessarily all the why, but how did it get to this point? Let's work backwards. That's what I have done as a therapist, as a counselor. That's my background. But we got to talk about it. And I love to see that fellow YouTubers are talking about it. Jackie has had a segment, and I've just been tapping into her lives on Fridays. And during the week, she's talking about where she is with her mental health for today. She'll say, I wasn't feeling really good today, and this is what I did, and it's things like that. I love to see that Dee Dee Bean has been talking about where she has been with her mental health. I love the fact that you all are opening up and it's sharing it on your platform as well, because we gravitate towards these bags, but there's a science behind that too. I collect because that's a part of my self-care. I feel like I can manage it pretty good, pretty decent. I probably could do better. I think I have because I've been forced to do better. But that's a form of me feeling good, even loving myself more, rewarding myself for when I've accomplished certain things. Not just shopping because I have an addiction to shopping, because there's a fine line between the two. There are people that are hoarders, that all they do is just buy stuff. Because as I've even shared, I love to see those packages on the porch. It's like Christmas every day when I do see them. But I do recognize I have other priorities that comes before all of that, and I need to make sure that I use what I have. And so that's what I push out there. Don't just buy just to buy, you know. Don't put yourself in that situation, because there are a lot of people, I mean, we living in America where things are happening, y'all. Things are constantly happening. Bills are being passed for monies for this, but not monies for certain things. And that goes back to even mental health. It's a lot going on there. We're not getting the funding that is needed to help children, to help families, to help those individuals, to help the veterans. It's no reason why we have all these veterans that are homeless. They can't because they was being promised this to get them over to fight for us, to represent this country and come back home and not be able to have accessibility to the things they truly need. They come back to not having a home, not having a family because they need mental health services. And then, hey, I can get on my soapbox because things are still going on that media is not really telling you all the time because we have other pressing things to share and to distract you with. But we need to continue to talk about mental health. I have learned that even when I can't lean on the government or lean on certain entities to really step in and help, let me break it down. Let me see what I could do within my community. What can I do there? What resources exist within my communities to really help me to be able to help the next person? And that's what I do. I want to really try to build my platform with my business as well, my channel and all of that. And I'll talk about that probably a little bit later and start trying to get you all to share that information too, because it's important that we invest in our mental health. I am going to be a speaker for a conference in May here in my state. And that was big. They invited me to go ahead and submit my proposal for that. But I'm going to talk about, and their theme is, and I don't remember the verbatimly the words, but it is that your mental health is part of your physical health. You can't break now. If y'all could separate the two and be successful in life, tell me how you're able to do that. Because we need to spread the word about that, but you can't. From what I know, what I've researched, what I've experienced and working with people, they go hand in hand. This is your body. Cut the head off, and what happens? What's the saying? You run around here like a chicken with your head cut off, and you see once that head comes off that chicken, how long that chicken keeps running around until it does it. And that's what we do as human beings, as individuals. We get so bogged down. And I'm not saying it's you all's fault or whoever it is, because life is lifing. But how well do you manage? Do you all have a good work balance lifestyle right now? I have been working to achieve that. When I don't feel well, I'll get up, and I have even this past week. I woke up and I'm like, I don't feel like I normally have been feeling for 300 something days or however long. I don't feel well. So let me just sit still. Let me meditate. Let me talk to God. Let me figure out what's going on with myself. You got to do that. And I shared this before. I have been on a job where they threatened me so much. Why do I have sick leave, and I can't use my sick leave when I feel sick? Or you tell me that I have to have a doctor's excuse. Why do I need to go to the doctor for them to confirm what I know is going on with me? I don't have to run to the doctor for everything. Um, Mental health, I got to go. And do you know how long at times it takes to go to talk to a mental health practitioner? And that's unfortunate. It truly is unfortunate. But in order for me to be able to take off and it's excused, I got to go and get this excuse and all of this stuff. I just didn't like that kind of stuff, and I rebelled. I rebelled. That was the way that I could respond. I had to rebel to those things, and it's not always a look of depression. It really isn't. One thing that I am studying more and more is that when we talk about anxiety, to me, it's more so when we're kind of getting nervous in a situation, or when we just kind of uneasy. And it at times it doesn't last that long. But when you tap into your anxiety, going into sadness, going into depression, that's real serious because you jumped some areas here. And so a lot of times it's not depression with people. I have been sad. I have seasonal depression. I don't like necessarily saying that part of depression because sometimes it's just sadness. It's just like, oh, it's gloomy outside. So I feel kind of gloomy today. A lot of times people don't even identify that as a feeling, just say, I don't feel good. But Go and start identifying specifically what how you are feeling. I will tell people I am discombobulated today. That's my favorite word. I am discombobulated. I don't feel this way, but I don't feel this way either. I'm just kind of stuck in between, just trying to figure it out. Um, it's important to not just tell when people ask you, how you doing today? How's your day doing? Oh, I'm good. That's not always certain at all. Good is not a feeling. It's not an emotion. It's not. So to respond that way, when I hear people respond that way to me, I'm like something going on. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's, and I'm at the point now in my life. I don't want to know what's wrong. Tell me what is going good with you. Tell me what is going well with you. Um, Putting your brain on something more positive than the negative, because sometimes people get going and it's like, oh my goodness, it's a wonder you still out here moving and working and doing things, because you have so many negative things going on in your life. I don't think I can help you, but I can refer you to somebody. It comes down to that, but we have so much going on in our lives, and I'm thankful and grateful that we have access to this platform to look in and check on each other and make sure that we are well. But also know that if you identify with something, some area that may not be going right with you, and you tell me about it, I'm going to have to find you some help. That's just me. I don't want you all to suffer. I don't want you all to go without. Go to a professional. I'm always going to be advocating or the advocator for mental health services, counseling, therapy go hand in hand. And if you have been recommended to receive medication, I know that's hard. That's hard. Some of us is on high blood pressure medication. Some may be diabetic. Other ailments may be going on with us. And then you want to add in something for my brain. Oh, wow. And my emotions. I know that's a lot. But if it's something that's going to help you to achieve and feel better and be more decisive and sound in the way you respond, give it a try. Don't take it for 2 days and say, well, I feel better. No, sir, no, ma'am. It doesn't work like that. This is not some type of headache medication. That's not what's being given to you. You have to let that get in your system. 21 days to form a habit, twice as long to break it. That's something that I used to always tell the children that I provided therapy for, that's what it is. And so when you're trying to get out of that slump or that feel or that way of life that you somewhat become accustomed to, and you got therapy and they say, well, we recommend this for you, do it, you know. And don't play around with these mental health diagnoses, because you need a professional to tell you if you have bipolar. You need a professional to tell you that you are suffering from depression. Don't let somebody off the street say, oh, you look like you depressed, or you look like, yeah, I can look like a whole lot of things, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what I am. So go to a professional, seek professional help. It's nothing. I tell you all this not because I'm in this arena of being a mental health practitioner and all that good stuff. It's not because of that. It's the truth of the matter. I think that if we have more people acknowledging what is going on with them, the good, the bad, the ugly, and getting help, we could start to see a whole lot better. We could see the sun really shining in our areas a whole lot better, a whole lot more. Um, because people are just running around here, just whatever thought comes in their mind, it's like, I got to do it. No, you don't. Let the thought be, let me get some help. Let me go and get some help. It's a beautiful thing. I have been in situations where I've talked with individuals and they say, I've been running from this. One, because they didn't understand and know. Two, they just felt like I could talk. I don't need anybody a stranger to talk to about my issues, but you running your family crazy. You keep talking to them until they just like they giving you all the support at that time and the advice that they can give you. And now it's just like you woo, I need therapy too dealing with you. You don't want to do that to your loved ones. Go to the professional. Because if you come to me, if I was still practicing, I'm going to sit there, I am going to listen, I am going to dissect what you tell me, and I'm going to give you what you need as far as you got the answers to your problems. That's the other thing. Everybody know exactly what they need to do in order to resolve their issues. We just get clouded with the things that's happening in our lives where we can't really just make that decision. And so a good therapist is going to listen, actively listen to you and help you come to the conclusion of what you need to do. Now, in terms of domestic violence, that's another thing that is weighing heavy in our communities. Like I said, you could be in the most elite neighborhood and everything is great. Hey, Bob, hey, Jim, hey, Susan, whatever the case is. And you never know what's going on until you see it happen on the news. Like, I didn't know they were great neighbors. A lot is going on there. There are domestic violence shelters, there are hotline numbers. There is a way out, but I do understand it's hard. It's hard. I have talked to individuals, victims, that was just like, I just couldn't. Mm-mm. And we've seen all the Lifetime movies out there and the outcomes of stuff. Those are movies now. But some of that stuff, it's reality for a lot of people, but you can get help. People should just stop walking around so angry. What are you angry about? You are among the living. How come you're not happy about that? To see so many individuals' lives being taken from them, snatched from them because somebody was so angry with themselves, they decided that not only were they probably thinking about getting rid of themselves, but they're going to take everybody else with them. It's hard, it's tough. But mental health is just, I tell you, it's part of your body. When you know something is wrong, when you don't feel that you're at your best, talk to someone. There are plenty. I mean, y'all, we love this device of our phones. You can Google in your area who to talk to. It's there. Some people, some businesses, some organizations, they run commercials. Don't allow yourself to continue to allow your mental health to get the best of you. And I know a lot of times that's easier said than done because a lot of people can start out thinking that, I'm going to conquer the day and things are going to go well. And then once life start life and you getting punched left and right and left and uppercut and jabbing, what decision are you going to make? People are struggling with alcoholism. I'd rather just drink my issues away, but they don't go away because at some point you're going to sober up, you know. And the first and foremost for me, your spiritual life needs to be in check. Everybody afraid to talk about God. I'm not. I'm not at all. God has kept me out of a whole lot of situations, has kept me covered. And I am so blessed and so excited and happy to say I'm still here because I've allowed him to take control over what my destiny is, the steps that I'm going to take. And I could talk a little bit deeper with you on that too. But I truly believe that when you have God in your life and you have a personal relationship with him, the Holy Spirit is going to intercede, and a lot of things you're going through won't be that way. Now, let me also clarify this before I go, y'all. Just because you are deemed a Christian whatever your preference is, and you have given your life over to God, and whoo, I'm saved and sanctified. Don't think you won't have any problems or issues coming your way, because you will. That's all to build your faith. That's all to build you closer to working towards the kingdom, because I still get stressed, but I don't get it as stressed as I know I could or I used to. I still have to try to think things through before I respond crazy. I still have to practice pretty much what I preach. And that's okay. That's okay. Build on that relationship. Go to church. I have been one where I wasn't in church at one point when I was young, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't have to go to church. I'm not at home living with my parents anymore." My grandmama used to call me and say, "When you going to church?" I'm like, "Grandmama, the church is in me. You need to go to that building." And when I started going back to that building, it made a world of a difference. I recognized how God had me so covered, because I went through depression and burnout. I have gone to a therapist. I am a therapist. It has been told that we need to go to therapy too. We ain't above anything. But I'm real random right now. This was not what I was going to talk about today. But when it is led upon my heart to say something, I'm going to say something. And that's a part of my platform. That's a part of this channel. I hope that you gain something from it. If there's something more that you are in need of, I don't care where you are. Like I said, I will Google what is in your area. I will go and reach out to certain Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and to see, well, this is somebody that is highly recommended that can assist and help you. You know, we don't have to suffer. We don't. If we still here today, we got another day to get it right with God. We got another day to work towards the kingdom, because I'm trying to go to kingdom living. I'm not all that other stuff. No, that's not even an option for me. And I hope it's not an option for you as well. So I love you all. I care about everybody here. And I just want to make sure that you all are well. I can't save you. I'm not here to do that. But whatever shoulder, I ain't got but two of them. If you can lean on me and I can help you, I will do that. But make sure that, I know we use these tags about being addicted to certain things, shopping and all of that. Make sure you have a balance with that. Please don't do too much. Don't do too much. Have a good time at it. Let it be a stress reliever. But make sure y'all handling y'all business. And I know y'all are. I know y'all handling y'all business. But keep those things in mind. And like I said, I will be bringing my segment back, where I'm going to be sharing more about just the things I've learned along the way. And I've been very transparent lately, with just letting you all know, hey, I'm human too. One thing that I wasn't going to share, but I think I'm going to share before I leave. I know some ladies talk about being on what is it, band island. I think Sud says that and I probably messed it all up. But I realized I have not purchased a bag in probably 4 months now. And it was intentional, because I had other priorities. I also needed to enjoy what I have. And that has been like, I didn't think about it until today, but that has been good for me. It really has been good for me. I've been able to just be comfortable in that. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's no competition, other than with myself, pretty much. But sometimes we just need to sit back and say, hey, you know what? I don't need that. There's some other things that I definitely need to work on, and I'll share about that hopefully later. But it's nothing wrong with sitting back and saying, hey, let me focus on the better things. First and foremost, focus on your relationship with God. And I think once you do that, then other things will start to flow a whole lot better for you. I truly believe that. I know that for myself. I truly know that for myself. And I'm grateful every single day that I get up, every single day, to know that God has given me another chance to get it right, because I am not without sin. I just try my best not to sin every day and not do all the crazy stuff that I know I probably could do, because all this stuff ain't worth it. It's not worth it. Hey, Money, I'm happy that you made it today. Tell Mr. Finley I said hello. Yes, because them seasons coming. And when they come, are you ready? Because I tell people all the time, I tap into that Holy Spirit. Ooh wee. When I know I can't, it's there. That's a beautiful gift that was given unto us. Beautiful gift. Tap into it. Let it lead you, guide you. So, y'all, I think that is it for me today. I've been having I have some neck pains right now because of the way I've been sleeping. And it seems like when I have these little pains and stuff, and I say I wasn't gonna come on. I was gonna cancel this today. I truly was. 'Cause I was in my bed like, and then I found out that I really couldn't cancel. I could have, but then I was like, nah, let me not do that today. And so I'm happy that I was able to come on in, and it made me feel better. I wasn't even thinking about my neck until I just decided I'm about to log off, and then I kind of felt a little pain. I'm happy that I was able to help you today and give you some words that you needed. Beautiful steps. I'm so happy that you came on. Uh, thank you. Um, and so that is it. So be on the lookout for those videos. I'm definitely going to get that going. And if there's anything that you all are looking for and have questions about, continue to hit me up in the comments. Go to, and I probably need to put this out there, but it's somewhere on my channel. I think I need to go back and look, but definitely go on Instagram and hit me up. I'm going to also be pushing for those to join the Facebook groups as well. So I'll get all the info out to you all. And I will see you. I might have an impromptu surprise pop up of a live later on this week. Depends on how everything goes. So you all have a wonderful Sunday. And hey, if y'all watching the Grammys, I ought to come back on when the Grammys are on. I don't know. Or maybe I'll talk about how horrible some of this stuff is. I don't know. But oh yeah, next Sunday is Super Bowl. Yeah. I'm not concerned about the game. I'm concerned about halftime. That's all I'm ready for. I'm getting ready to go in the house and let my people know that next Sunday I'm shutting it down in the living room for at least 20 minutes. Y'all have a wonderful evening and week. And I will see you all next Sunday with my special guest. All right, y'all have a good one.